Prosecutors plan to rest their case Monday in a Franklin County murder trial. Most city employees in Johnston City were sent home today. The city does not have the money to pay them right now. Gaddis claimed his accomplice forced him to take part in the holdup, but jurors did not buy it. In tonight's To Your Health, if you've been sunburned, you know it can be painful. A Massachusetts woman's body was at the bottom of a public pool for days and nobody noticed. Quinn defended the move today, blaming the General Assembly for failing to fund those raises. People are warned to stay out of this local lake over fears the water could make swimmers sick. Good evening. There will be no swimming or water skiing at West Frankfort's new city lake this weekend. City leaders are asking the public to stay out of the water while they test for E. coli bacteria. News 3's Emily Finnegan is here now with the story. And Emily, what prompted this? Former First Lady Betty Ford has died at age 93. She was known for her brave battles with breast cancer and later alcoholism, and her memory will live on through the famous rehab center that bears her name. ABC's longtime White House correspondent Ann Compton takes a look back. A Union County man has pleaded guilty to making child pornography. Rondell Chapman of Anna faces at least 15 years in prison when he's sentenced in November. Authorities say he recorded several children engaging in sex acts in his home between 2004 and 2008. The 45-year-old was arrested in January. To the state of the economy now. Another dismal employment report is adding tension to federal budget negotiations. New data shows very few jobs were created in June. ABC's Karen Travers has the story from Washington. A former Perry County Shriner is behind bars tonight. Authorities say Paul Clapp embezzled more than $12,000 from the Shrine Club. He'd been treasurer of the organization the past 3 years. Club Secretary Richard Mansfield says he hopes the incident doesn't stop people from giving to the Shriners.
Keep supporting them. You know, there's one bad egg doesn't make the whole batch bad. You know, so keep donating and keep helping us out. We appreciate it, and all the children appreciate it too. You know, the hospitals for children are 100% free. They don't have to pay a dime for that.
Clapp faces one theft charge. He remains in the Perry County Jail tonight on $40,000 bond. Two people from Indiana are accused of hauling a big shipment of marijuana through southern Illinois. Harry Dobson III and Autumn Mahoney were arrested yesterday morning in Pulaski County. That's after state police pulled over their tractor trailer and found 75 pounds of pot inside. Dobson and Mahoney are in the Tri-County Jail. The Illinois Supreme Court will soon decide if the state's public works program is legal. More on that straight ahead. Plus,
and lift off.
It's the last time anyone will witness this. More on the final space shuttle launch. And a fiery Amtrak crash. A Saline County man was on the train. Hear how he saved fellow passengers as News 3 continues. A Saline County man is still recovering from his injuries after he was in a terrible accident aboard an Amtrak train. The crash happened 2 weeks ago in rural Nevada. A tractor trailer slammed into the train at a crossing, and some of the cars caught on fire. An off-duty train conductor from Carrier Mills was on board with his family. News 3's Hillary Lehue has their story. Well, the Space Shuttle Atlantis is in orbit tonight, waiting to dock at the International Space Station this weekend. It's the final mission in the history of the Space Shuttle program, so this morning's launch drew a lot of attention. ABC's TJ Winnick has the story from Cape Canaveral, Florida. Illinois' largest state workers union has now filed a federal lawsuit over pay raises. AFSCME claims skipping those raises for 30,000 employees is illegal. Governor Quinn says lawmakers did not set the money aside, and he's ready for a court battle over the issue. Yesterday, the union asked an arbitrator to weigh in. Public works projects across Illinois could be in trouble come Monday. The Illinois Supreme Court is set to decide whether the legislation that funds those projects is constitutional. The $31 billion capital program funds roads, school, and other construction projects. But in January, a lower court ruled the bill is illegal because it lumps more than one subject into a single piece of legislation. If the high court agrees, the General Assembly would have to return to Springfield to rework the bill. A daring escape attempt in Texas was caught on camera. Take a look as two inmates were talking on jail phones. A jailer opens the door to an office, and that's when the two men rush in kicking and punching 3 prison guards. One of the inmates did escape. He was tracked down 3 days later, and both now face new charges for the escape attempt. A tanker truck explosion forced evacuations in Iowa this morning. The truck went up in flames while at a grain elevator, and there was a huge diesel storage tank nearby. Officials were afraid that would also blow up, so they asked folks nearby to leave until the fire was out. The driver of the truck was hurt. No word how badly.